One of my favorite tools to recommend to my Act software clients is a tool that's actually not for Act. It's from Microsoft Outlook. And the reason I like this tool so much is it makes it very easy to send emails. And if you're using Act software, you want to be able to look at a contact, whether it be a new contact and send them a quick email. Maybe you want to talk about the services you provide. Or maybe you got an email from someone and you just want to reply quickly that you got the email, you're tied up and you won't be able to get back to them for a few days. Maybe that's an email you write over and over and over again. And wouldn't it be nice to save that email as a template so you could write it in such a way that you could save it and quickly respond to an email? Or if you're doing any email marketing with Act, one at a time, work your way through contacts and send them an email that's appropriate for their situation. So this tool is for Microsoft Outlook, and again, it's called Template Phrases, and the company is ablebits.com. A as in apple, B as in boy, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, bits, B as in boy, I as in India, T as in Tony, S as in Sam. ablebits.com. And I'll help you get this if you need help, so reach out to me. But let me show you what it does. First of all, if I come up and click on New Email, it's going to look very similar to what you're used to. What it does is it opens up an email window. You can type in an email address, the subject, the body of the text, and hit send and send it out. But I want to draw your attention way over to the right. I have shrunk this in to the right-hand side of the screen, but over here is my tool called AbleBits. And these are all templates or things that I've saved. Now, my favorite part of this tool is a very subtle little thing, but to me it's the best part. Not only will it save the template for the body of the email, but it will also save the subject line. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to come up and I'm going to click on the plus sign over here. And when the plus sign comes up, I can create a new template. So I'm going to call this Template Phrases by AbleBits. And when I type this in, this is what I will use to find the template. Now, I usually recommend when you're doing this, put in some key phrases or key words that you'll know. For example, if you know it's related to Tony, put in Tony. If you're in the ice cream business and you sell vanilla ice cream, put in vanilla. Because when you go to search for this template, you want to have sort of a key phrase to draw your attention to it. So you can put a lot in that template name to be able to search by. Next, I'm going to hit the tab key and go down into the body of the email. Now, I'm using a sort of what I think is sort of a cool little tool. It's called Bacon Ipsum, and it's just a text generator. So I'm going to grab some text real quick, and I'm going to copy it into this email. There we go. This is Bacon Ipsum. So generally what I'll do is this. When I go to send an email, I'll come up with more of a generic greeting. And it might be something just like greetings. Instead of hello Frank or hello Sandy, I just will do greetings. And when I've done that, it just makes it so it can go to anyone. In worst case scenario, when I go to use this, I can always throw someone's name in real quick if I feel the need to do so. So this is a basic email template. Now, if I want to save it, I can go down and click on save, but I want to take this up to another level. Down on the bottom left-hand side, there's something called macros, and I'm going to click on that. And you'll notice there's a macro right here. In fact, there's a bunch of them that do all kinds of different things. But the one that I use all the time is this one, the fill subject, and I'm going to click on that. It put it right up here on the top. I'm going to cut this out of there, and I'm going to put it right up at the very top. So I want it at the very, very top. And now I'm going to close up some space, and then I'm going to put in here Tony Holowitz, and I always recommend start your emails with your first and last name and then a colon, because even if they don't read it, they saw your name. And to me, part of email and marketing and sales is keeping your name in front of people. So I'm just going to type this in real quick. Template phrases. Okay. So this template, for the most part, for this example, is done. Now, I'm going to go down and click on Save. Okay. Clicking on all, so I see all of them. Here's the template right here. So watch what happens when I double click on it. When I double click on it, it puts in the subject line and it puts the text in the body. Subject line and body. Now I'm getting a lot of spelling errors because this is just generic Ipsum text. But that's as easy as it is to go and put something in an email. If I want to edit this a little bit more, let me click on undo to undo this. And let me go back on the right hand side. I'm going to click on this little pencil. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to edit this a little bit. For example, let's say, just for the sake of our discussion, we wanted to take this and turn it into a hyperlink. On the top, there's two tabs, Home and Insert. I'm going to click on Insert. I'm going to choose Hyperlink, and I'm going to type in something like TonyTheTeacher.com. And I'm going to click OK. So now I've turned that into a hyperlink. If I decide that I want to come in and stylize some of this text, make it bold, make it a different color, I can do all kinds of things like this. And I'm not going to focus too much on this, but I can put lines under it, I can put bullet points, just like a typical word processor. When I get done, I can click on Save. But I also want to come down and draw your attention to some of the other macros down below. So the macros can be designed so automatically it can add a blind carbon copy. So let's say every email you send out, you want to send a copy to yourself. Well, you can put your email address in the blind carbon copy. You can add the blind carbon copy. You can fill it. You can fill the subject line. You can even attach a file. So if you have a document you want to send out, like a PDF, maybe on sales or information of that sort, you can attach a file so it goes out automatically. You can also put information in the message body, things like the subject, the date, the time. And a lot of this stuff, frankly, I don't use. Depending on how you have your Outlook set up, you can insert things like first name, the full name. You can insert a blind carbon copy into the body. You can do a lot of little things in here with it. But the thing I like about this most is it's really easy to save templates. So I tell people, as you're starting to write an email to the next person that you're replying to, stop for a moment and think, how can I write this in such a way that it's generic enough that I could save it as a template so that it would fit not only the person I'm writing it to at this very moment, but other people down the road. So you write it in terms that it's more generic in nature, and you use it over and over and over again. So this is one of my favorite tools. Now, as I checked the prices recently, normally their price was approximately $50, a one-time charge, but now they've changed it where they've gone to a subscription model. And the subscriptions are either $3 or $4 a month. They have some team and sharing of templates, so it's a really great tool. I think it will save you tons of time, and that's why I wanted to show it to you. So let me click on Save. Over here on the right-hand side, I'm going to double-click on it. It puts it in the body. I got my subject line. I can send it to myself, whatever you want to do. But now, great tool. Highly recommend it. It's worth every penny, and it will save you tons of time. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. You have a great day. Be well.